Do you know Jesus gave one command more than any other? It's found in John chapter 13, verse 34 and 35. It says this, "A new commandment I give you, that you love one another." He said at one time. He said, "As I have loved you, that you also love one another." He said, "By this will all men know that you're my disciples, if you love one another." And then throughout the New Testament, the writers of the New Testament build on this theme and talk about all the different ways we are to love one another. If you want to have a healthy group, if you want to have a healthy family, if you want to have a healthy church, it's built on love. Jesus said, this is the commandment. This is what I want you to be about. I want you to love one another. You say, well, exactly what does that look like in a small group? What does that look like in a house church meeting? Well, it starts out, it says in Romans 16, greet one another with a holy kiss. Now, I've been in countries where you would never do that, and I've been in countries where that is exactly what you do. The point is, you make people feel welcome. You greet them, whether it's a handshake or a hug or a kiss. You greet one another. You call them by name. You look them in the eye. You talk to them. You let them know that you are glad that they are there. No one should walk into your house for a small group or a house church. Nobody should walk into a room for a Sunday school class or a life group. No one should walk into a church for a worship service without somebody greeting them, shaking their hand, giving them a hug, giving them a kiss, calling them by name. We need to love one another, and one way we do that is by greeting one another. The second way we do it is honoring one another. There should be no place for criticism or condemnation or complaining about each other. That just kills the Spirit of God. That kills the life. I don't want to be a part of a group where people sit around and complain. I've got no time for that. I want to be where people are honored, where people are lifted up, where people are made to be highly esteemed, because Jesus loved them enough to die for them. They must be pretty important. So we need to esteem one another. Learn to honor one another. How can I say this in a way that would honor them? How can I say this in a way that would raise their esteem? The third aspect of loving one another is accept one another. Accept one another. We're all different. We're all different. I have a group. I have people ranging in age from 18 until 80. 18 to 80. All different. Different backgrounds, different ethnicities. I've got 3 or 4 different countries represented in my life group, in my house church, but everybody feels accepted. Everybody's important. We've had food from a gentleman who was in Haiti, brought us food a couple weeks ago. We had a lady from Peru bring food to our group this last week. We make them feel that is the best food we've ever eaten. We esteem them. We accept them, their background, their culture. We love them. Accept one another, honor one another, greet one another, and encourage one another. Why do people go to a small group? Why do people go to a house church? Because they need encouragement. The word encourage means to come alongside and put courage into a person. You come alongside and you put courage into, encourage them. You encourage them. You can do it. You can face this. God will go with you. We've got you. You're not alone. We're praying for you. You encourage one another. You want to have a healthy group. You want to have a group that people want to come to. You want to have a group that grows. You want to have a group that people invite other people to. Love one another. Make sure that people are greeted, people are honored, people are accepted, and people are encouraged. This is Dave Early. If you like this practical type of Bible teaching, and we do this every day, YouTube, Facebook, sign up, follow us, and let us help you grow a healthy group where you love one another.